just start with how the move came about to join the Wellington Phoenix.
Yeah, so my contract at North Carolina Courage was going to be up in a couple months. So I started looking for other options, and going abroad was definitely something early on in my career I was wanting to do. And so it was just kind of perfect timing with it lining up with Wellington. So they reached out to my agent at the beginning of September, and it all just kind of happened pretty quickly from there.
And so you've got a few former A-League players that you've been playing with at North Carolina. I guess Courtney Vine for us is the most recognizable one. Was she someone you spoke to about the A-League and maybe even playing in Wellington in particular? Because last season she had quite a funny interaction when Sydney came and played the Phoenix, where she was having a bit of a back and two with the Phoenix crowd, which was quite a funny moment in the season. So she might have enjoyed the atmosphere anyway.
Yeah, well, I didn't necessarily hear about that situation, but she did speak very highly of the A-League. She had a great experience there, and same with Charlotte. She was there as well. So yeah, they had nothing but good things, and I've heard Wellington's one of the prettiest places to play in, so that wasn't a hard decision too, to hear that you're going to be in a great place. But yeah, court's awesome, and I've had a great experience just playing with her and seeing her talent level. So I think that speaks volumes to, the league that they just left. So I think that really helped me with my decision with wanting to play in the A-League.
Yeah, can you tell us what's your preferred position and I guess your key attributes, what you'll bring on the field?
Yeah, my preferred position is a six, so I played it all throughout college. I would say my strongest attributes are just being able to cover the field box to box. I'm a pretty strong defender, but I would say I can do like a little bit of everything. I'm a pretty well-rounded player. My ball distribution, the defensive side of it, and just, I don't know, having a physical presence on the field.
Yeah, okay. And just follow on from me before I pass on. What's the connection with Isabel Cox? Had you played together or against each other before?
I actually didn't know Isabel personally, but being in the North Carolina area, she went to UNC. So we have a lot of mutuals. So I heard she was a great person to reach out to, and Coach Paul connected me with her. So yeah, she was a great person to talk to, just coming from a similar area in America to New Zealand and then now coming back to America. Just hearing the whole process of that, it really made me a lot more comfortable because I think when you hear New Zealand, it sounds kind of like big and scary with how far it is, but talking to someone who's been in your shoes helped a lot with making the decision easier for me.
Awesome, cool, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Nice to meet you.
I'll jump in here. I guess could we start off with what attracted New Zealand most to you and playing here?
I think the A-League was a league that I really wanted to play in. With going abroad, I feel like there's a lot of struggles being far from home and just the adjustment of it all, that I think going somewhere where English was the predominant language was kind of important to me. So I think the A-League was my number one, and just the timing of my contract, from when I'd be being released to now picking up a new contract with you guys starting in October, it just made a lot of sense for me to do. So with Wellington, being one of the first teams to reach out, and it just all kind of lining up that way, made it a really good situation for me to be in.
Is the A-League being spoken about more in your part of the world as an option? Is it, do you guys keep tabs on it a lot more and are monitoring it?
Um, it is my first year in the pro world, so I would say like from the small time I've had in it, I've heard quite a bit about it. There's been quite a few girls who have come back from the A-League and now to the NWSL, so that's kind of how I've heard quite a bit about it. And then obviously, like you said, with Court and Charlotte just coming there, made it really well known on my team. But I did hear that there was a connection at one point with girls playing there in the off season. I don't think that's really a thing anymore, but people would go there for a couple months and then come back to the NWSL. So I feel like there has been a little bit of a connection, but yeah, it's been a league I've heard quite a bit about since I've been in the pro space.
And just lastly from me, you've won quite a bit, even at 22, you've been pretty successful. Do you think you can bring a bit of a winning mentality and help the team go up a level?
Yeah, I definitely think I can do that. At every level I've played at, I've won a big title. So I hope to do that at the pro level. So that's probably one of my main goals with coming to Wellington, is to win championships. So I'd be very excited to help the team in doing that.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, nice to meet you. Mic's not working. Okay, that works. It's okay.
Just bear with us.
We love technology. You mentioned prefer being a six. How much is okay? Yeah. I would say I'm very versatile. I've always played either in the midfield. I played at the six and the eight. At one point, I was playing the 10, too, in college. I have also played in the back line now, being in North Carolina. So I would say me being versatile is a very big part of my game. But I think playing a six, I just like the most because you're on the ball a lot. You can impact the game. And I think it fits my attributes the most. But yeah, I'd say I'm very versatile and I can play in multiple positions. So I'm not there yet. I go there Saturday. I have been doing research on social media though, and I have a little bucket list of places I do want to see. So I think there will be a culture shock a little bit, which is going to be pretty normal, but I'm pretty excited. I don't know if it's fully hit me. I think it's going to hit me honestly when I'm on the plane coming over there. But yeah, I'm really excited to go and I'll be able to answer that question in a couple weeks.
Oh, anything else, guys? Oh, yeah, there's one more from Reed.
Oh, that's a great question. So I think my main goal with going over to Wellington is just to gain some pro experience and to get some of that under my belt and just develop as a player. And then kind of what I was saying earlier, it'd be great to help the club also with, a winning mentality and just winning championships. So I think if I came back with a bunch of wins under my belt and helping the program as well as becoming a better player myself, I would be pretty happy with my experience.
I just got a couple more. A lot
Yeah.
of the American players that played in Wellington last season have gone to the new USL competition in the US, and we've seen a lot of the import players do that as well. For you, why did you have any opportunities in that league, and why did you decide that going to the ALeague instead of that competition?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely was a deciding factor. There was one point I was looking at USL. I think just the timing of it worked out better with USL starting in August. It made more sense for me to kind of wait a little bit. It is the first year too that I think for me, I would rather use this time with it being my first year going abroad, getting those experiences. And it's always something that I can come back to and join where I feel like this opportunity is something that when it's presented to you, you should take it. So I just feel like it made more sense at this point in my career to go abroad and kind of see what that experience is. And I can always come back because there is a team in Dallas I at one point did want to play for. And I just hope that's something that maybe happens down the line. But right now, I think this is the best decision for me.
Yeah, and what did you get, training with North Carolina Courage? And is there an element to of wanting to go somewhere where you can play regularly in the hope that that can maybe put you in the shop window to go back and play a bigger part in the WSL?
Yeah, courage was a great stepping stone, I think, for me in my career. I think the jump from college to pro is definitely big. And courage has just taught me to how to play in spaces with really big time players. They had five people in the Olympics, three of them came back with medals. So I feel like being in that environment, I got used to, having the confidence to go up against top forwards and stuff like that and just really building that confidence in myself. So I am excited now that I've had all that training to prepare me for that to see what that's going to look like in game minutes. And I think that was why that was such a big step for me in my career to go to a place where I could get experience because I think I really developed in the training in the time that I have been here. So yeah, I would say courage has definitely helped me gain the confidence to go against those top players and to really show, if I'm ready for the next level. And I think I'm prepared for it now. So I'm happy the environment did that for me.
Yeah, and what's top of your to-do list that you said you had for New Zealand?
Oh my gosh, I have so many. I don't know the names of places. But there's this like one field it looks like flowers. I can honestly show you. I have it saved right away, but my family is already planning on coming up there. But the top thing I've seen that I want to do right away, it's like this flower situation with a bunch of things in the back. I don't know if you guys have ever been there. And I'm seeing some place called Queenstown. That seems pretty cool. So that's what I have so far. But if you guys have any recommendations, I'm open to them.
Yeah, I feel like those flowers are near Lake Town, maybe, which is like is fairly close to Queenstown. So yeah, maybe a trip down south to the South Islands. Yeah, I'll
Okay.
need you.
Yeah, honestly, anything will be super cool to me because I've never seen any of it. Dallas is pretty flat, so